Wine grind, let me adjust this. Wine grind, 𝐾𝐿𝑜𝐸𝐿 𝐸𝑖𝑒 Hey friends, how's it going? What's up? What's your vibe? How your soul vibing today? Welcome, bienvenida Parata. Welcome Black for my A1 since day one best friends. Black is for expansion. For those of you who are new, bienvenida. Welcome to my channel, Becoming Wise Gala Real, following my soul vibes. I am a real journey in these social media streets, the rare Black alicorn. And on my channel, we have high vibrational, intergalactic, galactic, soul contract, motivational conversations. Okay, so pretty much on my channel, I talk a lot about energy, surrounding energy per se, and stuff, so that way you can have a deeper, better, more profound understanding of your consciousness and where your consciousness is being led by discussing surrounding energy. And I talk about our souls, meaning self, you at your highest and the healthiest aspect, aka North Node, that you came here to experience, but we got to get some ish about the way. Right. So with that being said, our souls follow a certain vibe, certain patterns. We have certain experiences, aka contracts that we signed up to experience with and within ourselves in our waking state, in order to understand our consciousness that we are bringing into the world and why your life is the way you are, ergo understanding life period as is, but predominantly you, yourself, beautifuls and handsomes. So with that being said, welcome to Monday, June 12th conversation. Once again, for those of you who are new, we are, as you all know, as a collective, universally, is that a word? I don't know, but I'm making it a word. Universally, as a collective, we are all in the astrological 6th house, which is all about health and services. Pretty much is your day-to-day routines, your rituals, your traditions, your techniques, and that you use day in and day out to be a healthier you. Not only to understand yourself emotionally, but also to build up your energy mentally, meaning make yourself stronger, because we all know that everything starts from within the mind, meaning your mentalities, your mental processes, how you think, as well as your emotional states and being that backs up your thoughts, because they go hand in hand. Ashe, blessed, right. So today we are currently this week we are in the waning crescent moon phase. So waning phases of the moon is all about releasing emotions that we have used thus far in our own individual ways and aspects of life to get us to the top, because the crescent is like crescent moon, the crescent of a mountain. When you look up the word crescent, it predominantly talks about the top of a mountain. So whatever you emotionalities, as I like to say, meaning your energetic emotional characteristics that creates your personality, which you use and utilize, that you act out of, so whatever emotionalities that you have used thus far and mental processes that you have used thus far in your life, with it being Monday, the overall message is all about like what has worked and what hasn't worked, because Mondays is ruled by the moon. So it's all about illusions. But today being the 12th is also about hangman energy. So it's like a combination of your musician energy, which is your alpha brainwave signals, because musician energy is ruled by Mercury and it has an air element, as well as the second tarot the tarot card that rules the set twos. Now, for majority of you all traditionally it's taught that it's the emperor. Empress. It's the High Priestess. But my higher self said we got it all wrong. It's actually the Empress that rules the number 2s in the tarot deck. They changed it up and throughout time and history, much like how they got rid of the description of Jesus, respectfully saying they took out his description of having skin of copper and hair of wool. Now there's no description of Jesus. Catch my vibe? So anyway, and the reason why that my higher self told me that the Empress is the original ruler of the number 2s is because it is the only Trump major arcana that has 2 elements, air and earth. And when you think about the Empress energy, which is why I'm bringing this up, because Monday illusions, right? And then Hangman energy is all about sacrifice, faith, things like that. So with it being Monday and illusions, it's all about, like I said, when it comes to the Empress energy, it's ruled by air and it's ruled by, or it has an element of air and it has an element of earth. Well, air is our mentality, our thinking process, our communication, how we communicate with and within ourselves, ergo throughout ourselves, which is what we earth, what we ground, because earth is all about the things that we grow. Therefore, that we've grounded, we've planted the seeds, we've watched it grow, we watched it mature. So whatever has matured above and our emotional states of being that seems the most natural to us, that's what we're going to birth. And with us getting closer and closer to the new moon, which is in, well, let me see real quick. Ooh, Cancer. That's right. That's coming on Sunday, June 18th. So Cancer energy is all about walking your own path, right? Being your own person, and it's feminine energy. Well, you can't be your own person if you are not understanding of your own emotions, which is the main message I got from this today when it comes to it being Monday, being ruled by the moon, and as well as Hangman energy. It's like, okay, what should I sacrifice and what should not sacrifice? What should I have faith in and what should not have faith in? Because sometimes our emotions will take us all out of our own hookup. It's not the people that's in our lives that will take us out of our hookup. They are part of the contract to trigger or actually activate us to have certain experiences with them, so that way, or them with us. But overall, the contract was to activate something that you need to get rid of within you and your emotionalities, that you've been using to get you to the top, that's actually unhealthy, regardless if you view that as something good or something bad. For example, it could be something good as far as, for example, for me, I am a high vibrational empath. I'm like a Hyoka empath. So with that being said, I'm a giver, and I will give, and I will go without and stuff, especially with me too, as well, being a mom and stuff. And it was taking a toll on my health in so many different ways. And you would think like, okay, you being a giver, and especially me being a parent, like that's a good thing, because I mean, there are a lot of people who grew up with parents or are a parent, respectfully saying, who does not have that, do not embody that. But the bad thing is like I said, I would give so much that I did not take care of myself. And not only with my children, but also like in my relationship. When I was married, I would give until I had nothing left. And stuff, and therefore then I turned around and would go and be angry at that person, when in actuality I'm the one who kept choosing to do that. Catch my vibes? So stuff like that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, it got to be a bad emotion like anger or frustration. Those are the results of when you're doing something that you think is considered that you consider good, but and that you have faith in, because faith doesn't mean just religion. That you have been doing like, hey, this is good. This is, I'm a good person because I embody this. I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? Catch my vibes of where I'm going with this. So that's what the main message that I got from today's energy, being Monday, June 12th, as far as some routines and stuff that you might need to get rid of, emotional states of being that you thought things to be true, that you had faith in, that got you to the top in some type of way, shape, or form. You are experiencing some type of success, but you also have to look at the both the good effects and the bad effects that you are creating within yourself. That's what I mainly got, which is why I did pre-shuffle and pull some cards to start us off. And that's leads me into the cards. We have Adjustment in reverse. We have Two of Pentacles upright. We have Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Hierophant in reverse. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. So with today being an Aries waning crescent moon, it's all about us taking actions where it created imbalance. And so therefore we need to adjust. You know, and sometimes we fight those imbalances. Why? Because Two of Pentacles is all about stabilizing your mind, stabilizing your energy, stabilizing your health and stuff. And so that way you can make the adjustments. So I'm hearing a big fat pay attention to where your energy is going. For some reason, I'm picturing the Two of Swords too, because when we think about like our physical life, like where we are balanced at, because remember, like I said, the Empress energy for me, that rules the number 2s in tarot. So it's all about what's going on above. So if we're blocking ourselves, which is why I'm seeing the Two of Swords right now, if we're blocking ourselves from what is really going on, it's like the blind leading the blind. Like you are experiencing life in your waking state, but then you're not, because you're still blind and you're not making the adjustments that you need in order to actually do what it is you need to do at whatever you're experiencing right now. You know, which is why the Ace of Wands came out. It's like those new beginnings to change and bring balance, because the Wands is fire energy. It's all about new beginnings. But Wands also, to me, always came off as summer energy, and summertime is balanced energy. That's when energy is balanced, because that's the time of the year where we want to bust our butt or we have bust our butt to, as adults, to make money, but we want to enjoy our life. We want to enjoy the fruits of our labor before we go into that fall energy where things get cold and we cannot enjoy the fruits of our labor, like having fun in the sun. Catch my vibes? I hope I'm explaining myself right. But that's what I'm getting. It's like, okay, well, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for the illusion. Like, truly understand, like, okay, is this feels good. This makes me feel good, but am I really bettering myself? Because once again, we have to stay focused on the fact that this is the 6th astrological house. Health and services. Are we really Gemini energy, which is mutable energy? We're currently working in mutable energy, you know, and mutable energy with Gemini is investigating our internal communication, because Gemini is air energy. So are we really balanced within our internal communication? You know, at this time, that's what surrounding energy is asking us today. You know, are we really blocking with the Hierophant coming out in reverse? Are we blocking our highest source to be balanced? Or are we falling for the okie doke? So that way and stuff. So we're changing cycles, but what cycle, what are you cycling out of, and what are you cycling into? Or what? Because, you know, cycles is also, there's levels to change. So it makes me also think about, okay, well, if I'm cycling, let's say you're in the area of your life where everything is good? You know, are you actually operating out of a balanced state of mental cognition as well as emotional states of being, so that way you could change your cycle to an even higher level of, I'm hearing the word promotion. Like you got a good job, but yeah, you want like you have, like right now you're the supervisor, but you're trying to make CEO. Like that's where our souls ultimately is trying to, like right now you're a supervisor in some aspects, but you want to make CEO. Or if it's if where you're I wanted to say the word failing. So I don't mean to offend anybody, but that's the word that came to mind. Don't shoot the messenger. Where you're failing at, because we all are experiencing failure in life in some type of way, shape, or form. Where you're failing at and stuff, are you moving in from a balanced source, meaning mental balance capacity, meaning your internal communication, because we're in Gemini energy. Are you moving in a way where it's balanced, where you have that healthy, balanced internal communication between your mentality and your emotional states of being, and understanding yourself in both aspects of where to take action and where not to, and why, to change from the areas where you're failing into a higher understanding? Or are you pushing yourself into further darkness? Because right now, once again, we are in waning crescent energy, and Aries energy is all about that action. But Aries do not like that. This energy does not like to, it doesn't like details. Catch my vibe? It's just like, let's get it, let's go. All right, this the plan. It's like somebody who like gets an idea and they all of a sudden, like, it's like, pew, they just run with it. And then you not understanding, where did that come from? Why are you getting that message right now? Why did that pop up in your head? Because the visions that we have, the thoughts that we have, it stems and it's a message. It doesn't necessarily mean you got to go with it. Like you hear people, because I'm hearing like with it being Monday and illusions, you know, you hear like, I'm going to say this. A couple of days ago, I was on YouTube and it was like something popped up in my feed, and it was like this demonic couple. They was like eating off their feces and urine. They was like cooking their food in it. And then it said this demonic couple cooks their food in urine and feces, and they killed their son because of a vision they had. Like really, people leave, like we have to realize how detached we are from our energy and stuff. Just because you see something doesn't mean that you have to act on it. Our job in human form is to understand it and stuff, and then you move from there. And that's the illusion that this Cancer new moon energy in the astrological house of 6 is trying to tell you, push us to I feel like, especially with me, for me personally on my journey thus far, it's like, okay, well, you know what, you because all of us have ideas, all of us have visions. You know, you see an image, you might smell something, it's like, oh, I want this, because you smelled it. Or you might have a vision like, oh, I want this, oh, I have a dream, I have a goal, I had this. You know, visions come up in all types of ways, because at the end of the day, we all are intuitive. It's just your level in educational background on your intuition, your inner wisdom and stuff, and your connection to it all, it varies. But anyway, moving on. Don't fall for the illusions and stuff. That's what I'm hearing. But this card says to receive your divine inheritance of blessings and support from sacred fulfillment. Because remember, we are in Hangman energy, because today is the 12th. Certain karmic conditions that resonate at a lower frequency need to be cleared. Curricula, that's this goddess right here, signifies a time of rapid movement on your path and freedom to attract what you want and need. Let go of that which does not belong in your world. Release and you shall receive. Once again, I'm seeing this as I was mentioning, like you have to understand yourself. As far as your connection with intuition, you can't just jump forward with things. Don't fall for the okie doke and stuff. Just because you see things as one way and stuff, don't mean, you have to go with that type of way of moving, because you could actually be blocking yourself. So you have to truly understand your internal world in order to understand the divine inheritance of blessings and support for sacred fulfillment that you're actually receiving, that you're moving into, not just from a physical perspective, but from a higher understanding of self, because I'm also seeing like when people automatically assign the word divine with God, but divine is God's blessings. And once again, that is connected. It reminds me of that saying, God don't put more onto you than you put onto yourself. That saying, but a lot of us don't realize like I said, our connection to our own intuition and understanding of our own internal self-knowledge and stuff, the energy that we came into this world in, the subconscious consciousness of ourselves, and how conscious or lack thereof we are to each other. Don't fall for the okie doke is what I'm hearing. As far as Monday and illusions, release that type of mindset in order to actually truly climb your own intergalactic internal mountains, to beat your own demons. That's what I'm hearing. Because of the simple fact that, like I said, divine, when people think of the word divine, they assign that to God and stuff, not realizing that God is going to give you what you ask for per the energy where your energy flows. So when something toxic happens in your life, it's like, oh, this bad. Why, God, why did this happen to me and stuff? That's because that's the contract you signed. Catch my vibe? Friend, 22:22 I just saw on the clock. That's the stabilizing to me. I just heard that stabilizing your Empress energy, because it came up 4 times. 4 is representative of Emperor. So that's you understanding, because to be an Emperor and to stabilize something, you have to understand it. You have to understand the air, meaning the internal communication that's going on within your mind and your emotional states of being that is creating Earth. Empress energy, going back to what I was saying before, in order to break the illusions that you see, that you hear, that you discuss within yourself, that you pull as your source, that you pull and use as your source and resources of higher knowledge. But I'm hearing paradox polarity and stuff. It's a paradox polarity going on, which is why the wheels of time, everybody's circadian clocks is tick, 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 ticking and stuff. New moon energy, I'm hearing, are you truly setting yourself up to have a new beginning, walking your own path this month when it comes to how you support yourself in your day-to-day routines? This is what fell out. Ooh, 10 of coins. 10 of coins. Big Daddy energy. In physical form, because coins is masculine energy. Pentacles is masculine energy. It's all about our physicality that we pull from, as far as the actions that we took, that we say, hey, I'm going to take charge in this. I want to be a leader in this, because of the 10. 10 is musician. I mean, the 1 is the musician energy, and the 0 is the fool card energy. So it's like, okay, I understand this about my internal communication. So therefore, I'm going to start this journey to obtain these 10 of Pentacles. But is it truly healthy? with this, what is this? 8 of Wands, as above, so below. Because 8 is about strength, reciprocity. What are you taking the leadership in? Because 8 is ruled by the strength card. That's ruled by the Leo energy of Leo in the element of fire. What are you actually transitioning yourself into to have as your abundance? Because once again, with this coming out on a day of the ruled by the moon, it's like, don't fall for the illusions, because just because something physically appears to be good and stuff doesn't actually mean that it's good. You really have to start looking deeper into yourself. I just heard the word self-sacrifice and stuff. What are you sacrificing of yourself, within yourself, in order to obtain what you have in the physical consciousness, in the light of it all, is what I just heard. Okay, this is 25 minutes in. I'm going to pull one more card. This is what is this card? What is this deck? Kaleidoscope. I love the name of this deck. Just because when you think of as a kid with a kaleidoscope, it's like so many different aspects to look at things. It could get confusing. But it's always just that one part you focus in. Like you see so many things in a kaleidoscope. Oh, okay. This came out in reverse. Level up with chastity. When I looked up the word chastity, it's kind of, if I'm remembering right, in like noun form, it's kind of like another way of saying caution. So in order to level up, I'm seeing right now, in order to level up out of your illusions, start. And with this being the 12th in the 6th house, we are all going through collectively. Start moving through life with caution. That's what I'm hearing. Start moving through life with caution, so that way you can stay balanced. Because think back to everything that I was saying. Yeah, start moving through life with caution. But that's what I have for you today as far as some motivation. I'm like way over in my time that I wanted to do this for my videos. But that's all I have. I hope this has helped you in some type of way, shape, and form, in motivating you to live a more high vibrational conscious life. Stay blessed up. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your journey, your energetic to physical journeys in these streets and stuff. I will see you in the astral realms or in the next video. Oh, and don't forget to tell yourself, I am irrefutable. BKA, I am impossible to deny. Bye.